say involved, right? There's both the musicians that are actively playing, but in order to make these events happen, in order to make the group run, there's still a lot of other volunteers that take place, right? So the parents, the All City Band board, there's lots of other people that are behind the scenes making sure that everything flows. Well, we're a society of musicians that we rehearse several different groups based off of ability levels and interest and different varieties and styles of music. We perform for the community. We take our jazz band to the communities of Yukon, and basically we just spread the love of music.
The depth of ages is amazing because we have people in it as young as 13 all the way up to 77. So it's a real nice cross-section of people in age, but of different backgrounds and cultures, and it's actually a very cool organization to be a part of.
Stellar playing is always nice to hear. There's just every now and then you see these musicians that just make it look effortless, right? We know that that's a result of thousands of hours of practice, but just to be able to see somebody emote by taking little dots on a page and turn it into feelings through sound waves, that inspires me all the time. I love how music affects people and how we can all take something different from the same experience.
I think for me, every time music is recreated or performed, it's always a unique moment in time. Even if you're performing the same piece, it's always going to have a different context, a different mood, a different feeling. So it's you just don't you never know what you're going to end up with, but usually each moment is unique and meaningful.
I'm a big fan of Robert Buckley's pieces. I'd never really worked his stuff or even really heard about him before coming here. But All City Band has a long-standing relationship with Robert Buckley. And I think the first piece that I heard of his, it was like our first year, was Arctic Fire, right? And it was a great piece of music that was able to take what I see out my window every day and just the Yukon turned into a piece of music.
One of the best pieces of music, I think, was it didn't intend to grow so large. Again, another moment where things just change. But it's when we picked out the Led Zeppelin tune that we threw it in front of the group. So we had it professionally recorded. And then Rendezvous Society decided they would pick it up and they would broadcast it all over Whitehorse while the fireworks were going off. So there were 65 people recorded individually on that recording, and was broadcast all over the valley that evening.
And the firework techs timed the fireworks to go along with the music. That was us. Yeah, it was great to be a part of that.
Yeah, so to me that piece, I think, had the most meaning as far as being part of a bigger organization.
So I love what you do. Being a musician traditionally doesn't pay very well. A local musician, paid in and dies from exposure. But we don't do what we do for the paycheck. You have to really love music because there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of frustration that goes into it. You gotta be prepared. You're gonna fail many times, but that's how you get better.
Yeah, I think any advice I would give is immerse yourself in music, discover where you're at, where your interests lie. Try and find the best teachers if you want to cultivate that. Try and give yourself the best experiences, and be open-minded for all kinds of music. Don't just settle on one particular sort of brand of music.
Make sure you challenge your listening habits. There's so much amazing music out there, but we as creatures of habit have a tendency to I only like this music, but you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, and then if the other thing too is that music, if you really go after it, you have to discipline yourself for a regular routine of refining your craft, refining your skill, practicing, for lack of a better word. And it's only the joy really comes out with knowing that you're getting better and you've got those basic skills, because then you can really explore your path down that musical path.
There is no microwave method to being a good musician. You got to put in the minutes.
Scales. Practice your scales.
Always scales.